Hello and welcome back to Daily Bible Quiz. Today, we have 21 challenging questions to test your familiarity with the Holy Bible. But before we dive into the quiz, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to drop a comment sharing how many questions you got right. Are you ready to prove just how well you know the scriptures? Let's dive straight in. In the book of Genesis, who walked with God and was then taken away so that he did not experience death? A. Enoch. B. Methuselah. C. Lamech. D. Jared. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. Genesis chapter 5 verse 24. Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. This unique event in the Bible suggests a special relationship between Enoch and God, leading to his transition without experiencing death. Which apostle was also known as Didymus? A. James. B. Andrew. C. Thomas. D. Philip. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is C. John chapter 20 verse 24. Now Thomas, also known as Didymus, one of the 12, was not with the disciples when Jesus came, so the other disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord." Which king in the Old Testament was known for his immense wealth and wisdom? A. Josiah. B. David. C. Hezekiah. D. Solomon. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is D. The book of 1 Kings chapter 10, verses 23 to 24 describes the wealth and wisdom of Solomon, stating, "So King Solomon surpassed all the kings of the earth in riches and wisdom, and all the earth sought the presence of Solomon to hear his wisdom, which God had put into his mind." Solomon's reign is often associated with prosperity and wisdom. What was the name of the prophet who was asked to marry a prostitute as a symbolic act representing God's relationship with Israel? A. Hosea. B. Amos. C. Micah. D. Jonah. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. Hosea chapter 1, verses 2 to 3. When the Lord began to speak through Hosea, the Lord said to him, "Go, marry a promiscuous woman and have children with her, for like an adulterous wife this land is guilty of unfaithfulness to the Lord." So he married Gomer daughter of Diblaim, and she conceived and bore him a son. Hosea's personal life becomes a powerful illustration of God's love and the unfaithfulness of his people. Who said, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him," expressing unwavering faith in the midst of suffering? A. Isaiah. B. Jeremiah. C. Job. D. Ezekiel. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is C. The book of Job chapter 13 verse 15 records Job's profound declaration, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain mine own ways before him." Job, known for his perseverance through extreme suffering, articulates his unshakable trust in God despite his challenging circumstances. Which disciple doubted the resurrection of Jesus until he personally saw and touched the wounds on Jesus' body? A. Philip. B. Thomas. C. Bartholomew. D. Thaddeus. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is B. The book of John chapter 20 verse 25 narrates how Thomas, one of the disciples, doubted the resurrection of Jesus. He declared that he would not believe unless he could see and touch the wounds on Jesus' body. Later, Jesus appeared to Thomas, who then exclaimed, "My Lord and my God." Who wrote the shortest verse in the Bible, which simply says, Jesus wept? A. Luke. B. John. C. Matthew. D. Mark. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is B. The book John chapter 11 verse 35 contains the shortest verse in the Bible, Jesus wept. This verse captures the deep emotion of Jesus upon witnessing the sorrow of Mary and others mourning the death of Lazarus. It reflects the humanity and compassion of Jesus. What is the name of the angel who announced the births of John the Baptist and Jesus? A. Raphael. B. Michael. C. Gabriel. D. Uriel. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is C. In Luke chapter 1, verses 11 to 19, the angel Gabriel appears to Zechariah to announce the birth of John the Baptist. Additionally, in Luke chapter 1, verses 26 to 38, Gabriel visits Mary to announce the miraculous conception of Jesus. Who asked for the head of John the Baptist on a platter? A. Herod Antipas. B. Herod the Great. C. Herod Agrippa. D. Herodias. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is D. Matthew chapter 14 verse 8. On Herod's birthday, the daughter of Herodias danced for the guests and pleased Herod so much that he promised with an oath to give her whatever she asked. Prompted by her mother, she said, "Give me here on a platter the head of John the Baptist." What was the name of the city where the disciples were first called Christians? A. Antioch. B. Jerusalem. C. Rome. D. Ephesus. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. The book of Acts chapter 11 verse 26 notes, "And in Antioch the disciples were first called Christians." This designation marked the followers of Jesus as a distinct group in the city of Antioch. Which prophet was swallowed by a great fish after attempting to flee from God's command? A. Nahum. B. Jonah. C. Micah. D. Amos. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is B. The book of Jonah recounts the prophet Jonah's attempt to escape God's command by boarding a ship. A great fish swallowed him, and he remained in its belly for 3 days and 3 nights before being vomited out onto dry land. Who was the mother of Samuel, the prophet and judge in the Old Testament? A. Ruth. B. Deborah. C. Hannah. D. Naomi. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is C. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 20. Early the next morning they arose and worshipped before the Lord and then went back to their home at Ramah. Elkanah made love to his wife Hannah, and the Lord remembered her. So in the course of time, Hannah became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, saying, "Because I asked the Lord for him." According to the New Testament, who was the first martyr of the Christian faith? A. Stephen. B. James, son of Zebedee. C. Peter. D. John the Baptist. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. Acts 7 recounts the martyrdom of Stephen, who was stoned to death for his bold proclamation of the gospel and accusations against the religious leaders. Stephen's death marks the first recorded martyrdom of a follower of Jesus in the New Testament. Who was Paul's first epistle addressed to? A. Galatians. B. Thessalonians. C. Romans. D. Corinthians. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is B. The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 1 mentions Paul, Silvanus, and Timothy writing to the church of the Thessalonians. Which king had a dream about a large statue representing different kingdoms? A. Belshazzar. B. Darius. C. Cyrus. D. Nebuchadnezzar. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is D. The book of Daniel chapter 2, verses 1 to 49 narrates the dream of the statue and Daniel's interpretation for King Nebuchadnezzar. Who was the priest and judge in Israel, known for his dedication to God and his service at the tabernacle? A. Phinehas. B. Eli. C. Samuel. D. Hophni. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is C. The book of 1 Samuel chapter 1, verses 9 to 28 introduces Samuel's mother, Hannah, praying for a son, and Samuel's subsequent dedication to God's service under the high priest Eli. Samuel became a significant figure in Israel as both a judge and a prophet. According to the Gospel of Matthew, what did Jesus say to Peter after he confessed, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God"? A. Blessed are you, Simon son of Jonah. B. Get behind me, Satan. C. Feed my sheep. D. Go and sell your possessions. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. Matthew chapter 16, verses 16 to 19. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." What is the name of the mountain where Moses received the 10 Commandments from God? A. Mount Nebo. B. Mount Sinai. C. Mount Horeb. D. Mount Carmel. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is B. Exodus chapter 19, verses 20 to 21. The Lord descended to the top of Mount Sinai and called Moses to the top of the mountain. So Moses went up, and the Lord said to him, "Go down and warn the people so they do not force their way through to see the Lord, and many of them perish." Who was the Ethiopian eunuch baptized by after Philip explained the scriptures to him? A. Paul. B. Peter. C. Philip. D. John the Baptist. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is C. Acts chapter 8, verses 36 to 39. As they traveled along the road, they came to some water and the eunuch said, "Look, here is water. What can stand in the way of my being baptized?" And he gave orders to stop the chariot. Then both Philip and the eunuch went down into the water and Philip baptized him. In the parable of the prodigal son, what did the father give to his returning son as a symbol of restoration and celebration? A. Staff. B. Fatted calf. C. Sandals. D. Robe and ring. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is D. Luke chapter 15, verses 21 to 24. The son said to him, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father said to his servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again, he was lost and is found." So they began to celebrate. Who was the disciple known for his exceptional skill in fishing and was later called by Jesus to be a fisher of men? A. Peter. B. James, son of Zebedee. C. Andrew. D. John. You get 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. In Matthew 4 verse 19, Jesus calls Peter and his brother Andrew, saying, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." This call marks the beginning of their discipleship and a shift from their occupation as fishermen to becoming active participants in Jesus' ministry. How did you fare? Drop a comment below sharing how many questions you got correct. We'd love to hear from you. Remember, whether you aced it or learned something new today, the Word of God is always full of wonders waiting to be explored. Now, if you enjoyed this quiz, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family.